welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sonia and I would love it if you could subscribe, and if you're already an existing subscriber, welcome back. So just before I start this video, I do just want to say I'm really sorry if there's any background noise. I do have a fan right next to me, and I do also have my window open because it's so hot here at the moment in the UK. And I know previously I just closed my window last time it was hot, but I feel like it's hotter. I feel like it's hotter and I just can't. I will bake in this room if I don't, so please do ignore that, but I do really need them on today. I've had them on all day whilst I've been working as well. So today is going to be my 6th update for my 22 in 2022. I cannot believe we're already at the 6th update, and I do have some empties this month. I was worried previously because I'd only finished 2 things. Not anymore. I have some more to talk about. So I have 4 empties this month. So in total now I have 6 products that I have finished. I know that's still not a huge amount, but I'm really happy with that, and I feel like there's some other products in this project that are very close as well. I don't know whether I'll be able to achieve 22 products this year, but even just having 10 done, I'll be really happy with that. I will talk about the products that I finished first, and then I will talk about the products I'm still working on, and at the end I'll bring in the replacement products for the 4 products that I have finished. This project is where you pick 22 products for the year of 2022. This project's been going on for a while, and each year, so like, you know, 2019 was 19 products, 2020 was 20 products. You get where I'm going with this. So next year will be 23 products in 2023. Not sure whether I'll be a part of this next year. I just don't know whether I'll go back to just a project pan, because I find that's kind of how it works for me, especially with all of the other projects that I'm hoping next year to be a part of. Let's just get into it. So the first product I finished is my Charlotte Tilbury Youth Glow. So this is where I was last update, and this is where I'm now. Now it looks like there's a little bit at the bottom, but I can't get it out. I've tried, and I'm not cutting it because I never cut products. Even if I do like them, once I can't get them out of the packaging anymore, that's done in my opinion. I spoke about this quite a few times. I even spoke about it in my empties, and I'm not going to be repurchasing this, even though this did used to be a holy grail in my collection. I just have found other ones that are much cheaper now, like the L'Oreal Glossary one. I also bought one of my favourite Kiko ones again when I went to London back at the end of April. So I don't need this, and I said in my empties it was £39. It's not, it's actually gone up. I think it's now £40 on it. It's only £1, but still £40 for a primer. A little bit ridiculous in my opinion, even though this is a nice primer, but I just think there's so many others on the market that do something very similar that I don't necessarily feel like I need to repurchase this. But I did use it a further 8 times and I completely finished it, so I'm so glad to have this done, because this was my oldest one and I really didn't want it to go to waste because it was expensive. The next product I finished is my Maybelline Fit Me Powder. So that is completely done. I think this was pretty close last update, wasn't it? So I did think I would have this done. This is a very hard pressed powder, so it did take me quite a while to finish it. I only used it a further 3 times. I feel like since I repressed it though, it was definitely more powdery. I found before I repressed it, it wasn't powdery at all. But since I did repress it, I did find that there was a lot of powder that came off once I put my brush in it. I do have a Holy Grail powder, which is the Charlotte Tilbury one. But I'm definitely looking for something on the market that's a little bit cheaper, because that is an expensive one as well. And I know there's a number 7 one, but for some reason I just can't seem to find it here in the UK. I don't know whether it's just got a different name. I've seen a lot of people mention that are in the US that there is a number 7 one that is a dupe, but I just can't find it. I would love to try that one, but I mean, if I was in dire need of a powder and for whatever reason I couldn't get access to any of them in my collection, I would pick this up because it was okay. And I usually just try to go for translucent powders because I just find that's what I prefer. So happy to have that done as well. That took me, I think, over a year. I've been using that since I was in my last house. We moved into this house the end of July, beginning of August, so I was using it before that. So yeah, I've been using that pretty much nearly over a year. The next one I have, this one isn't a finish, I did just have a usage goal on this one, but it is my Ysl lipstick in number 10. So I wanted to use this 50 times. Quite happy to say I've managed to get my 50 uses on it now. This is what it's looking like. I feel like the progress I've made on this just from 50 uses is brilliant. So it did used to say, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, it did used to say YSL there, but you can't even tell now. All you can see is a little bit of the L, but you wouldn't have been able to see that it said that before. So I used this a further 12 times and I managed to get my 50 uses. I really do like this lipstick, but I do think I need a lip liner underneath, because otherwise this can be a little bit too pale on my lips. So not really a lipstick I would like to wear by itself. But I do really enjoy it. It is getting old now though, so I do think at some point I do need to put this in a project to finish. But for now, it's running out of this project. And then last but no means least, I have finished this little mini Porefessional. I didn't think this was going to take me long, but this is only a 7.5ml. I did manage to get 11 uses out of this, so I was happy with that. I do like this product. It is a cult classic, but I do think there are cheaper on the market. For example, like the e.l.f. Putty Primer, I think is like this. I would buy that over this, but this always ends up back in my collection. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all, because I do, like I said, do like this product. So I'm happy I've managed to get this out of my collection, but it's just not necessarily something I would go out and repurchase when I know I found other ones that are cheaper. Now let's talk about the products I'm still working on. The next product is my foundation, and this is the Ordinary Serum Foundation. And this is my progress. It's pretty consistent. So again, I did originally have this in to finish it, but this will take me all year because I really do not need a lot of this product. If you use too much of it, it can make your face really, really cakey. So I just use one pump. It is quite a watery foundation, but one pump is more than enough to cover your entire face and your neck. And I've used this a further 8 times. So up to now I've used this 41 times. So I have another 9 more uses to go. So I have a feeling I'll have this rolled out now by next month. This will stay in my collection, and at some point I will try to pan it again, but at the moment I'll be quite happy to have this rolled out and be able to use another foundation. It won't be something I would get again, but it's not awful. I feel like now, since I've been putting less on, I found that it does look a lot nicer than what it did previously. So I do think I should have that one rolled out by next month. So the next product is my NYX Bronzer. So what I will do, I'm not sure which side, I will put a picture of what it looked like last update. Now I can't remember if I'd repressed it last update, so if not, I have repressed it. I have a feeling I did. I think I did show the picture of repressed, and then I'll put a picture of what it looks like this update as well. So this is what we're looking like now. I think I should have this done by next update because there isn't a huge amount of product left in here, and I'll be so glad to have this done because it is an older product. A lot of the products I have in this project are older products, which is why I do try to set a goal of completely finishing it rather than usage. Some of this isn't old, but it's like the oldest in my collection, but this is old. This is old, so this definitely needed to be done. Use this a further 8 times. So I haven't been focusing solely on this because I do have another bronzer in another project, and I did have a bronzer in my project 10 uses, which I did finish this month. So this should hopefully be done by next update because I'll only be focusing on this one and the other one. But yeah, I do like this product. It wouldn't necessarily be something I would go out and repurchase again because this did used to be one of my favourite bronzers, but one of my favourite bronzers now is from Fenty, so I wouldn't go ahead and repurchase it. But I'm glad I've managed to get some use on it, and this should be hopefully done by next update. The next product, my NARS blush in Orgasm. Now the packaging's broke on this, which is always fun, isn't it? So this is what I'm looking like. Again, still no pan. I just feel like I bought this and it's just a never-ending product. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm absolutely getting my money's worth on this because I'm using this a lot, and I have been using this a lot since about last April, May last year. But the packaging is honestly just falling apart now. Like it's just, I have to put it back together and it's just a pain. I don't know if you can see, but like both the top bits have come off now. I really want to hit pan on this, really want to hit pan. And I'm just gonna, like I said previously, I'm just gonna stop saying it's gonna come, because I get myself so excited that it's gonna come and then it never does, and I get so disheartened. It's a really pretty blush. It's a nice blush to wear this time of year, but I just really would like pan on this now. I've been working on it so long, and I would love to give another blush in my collection a bit more love like I have this one. So I've used this 12 times. I have been trying to focus on it a little bit more, but now what I've decided to do with a lot of my products in my projects is, rather than focusing on one specific thing, I'm just getting like all of the products and using them one day, then another one another day. So like, for example, I have 4 blushes in other projects, so I'll use this one day, one the other day, and then like back on the 4th day I'll go back to this one. So I'm just trying to show a little bit of love to all my products rather than just focusing on one, especially blushes, because like I said, I've been working on that forever and it's still no pan. That will just stay in until I get pan, and who knows when that will be. The next product is my Smashbox highlighter palette, but I'm only working on one shade in this, and it is Blower Fuse. So what I will do is I'll put a picture of what it looked like last month, and then I'll put a picture of what it looks like this month. I do think I repressed this, and I can't remember whether I took a picture and that was what you saw last month, or you saw just a big pan and then I've repressed it since. But this is what it's looking like. I am so close with this, so close. I love this palette, I really do, and I'll be really sad when it's gone. So what I do, this is the only one I have in, but I have been dipping into this one as well. I just use both of them. So I should have 2 highlights done this year, because I do count these as an individual blush in my inventory. So I'll have these 2 done by the end of this year. And it's such a shame that I love it this much, because I don't think I can get it anymore. But I used this 8 times, and that is the most I've ever used this. So I do think I should have this shade done by next month. And then if I don't have this one, I will just keep working on it. And then I haven't used this one because the shade just isn't right for my pale skin. So once this is done, I'm going to count this as an complete empty, and that'll be 2 highlights out of my collection this year, which is insane. The next product is my Winker Lux Unibrow, and I'm so close with this one as well, so close. This is all I have left. So again, I do think I should have this done by next month. I'm really sorry I don't have anything to mark this against, because I just find myself always losing the notebook, because I don't write my project pan stuff on notebooks anymore. I use a spreadsheet, so I always lose it. But I have made really good progress on this. I cannot speak. I don't know if it's the heat or whatever, but I just feel like I'm trying to speak and words are a struggle today. So I use this 19 times. So I've worn makeup a lot over the last month, and this is pretty much my go-to. There might have been some days where I may not have worn this and I might have chose something else, but yeah, this is pretty much my focus product, and I should have that done. Fingers crossed. And the last product that I'm still working on is my lip liner. This is from Diego Dalla Palma. I don't know the shade of it because unfortunately it's not on here. I got this in a Look Fantastic box last year, and this is where I'm at now. So I've made a lot of progress on this as well. However, this has slowed down a little bit since I did finish this, because I was using this, and this lip liner didn't really go with any other lipsticks I was panning, so I haven't had as much use on this as what I might have done usually. I did use it 12 times though, so once I'd got my 12 use on this, I stopped using this. However, I will be starting to use this again, and you will see why, because one of the products I'm going to be bringing in, spoiler, is a lipstick, and I think it'll go really well with this. So I'm really hoping to get a few more uses on this next month. Okay, so now we're at the part where I'm going to be rolling in 4 new products, and the products I'm bringing in I'm really looking forward to working on, and they will all be coming in to finish. So the next product is actually the product I refer to when I say I prefer the product I'm going to show you over this one now, and it is my L'Oreal Glossary. Now, I love this primer, but it is my oldest primer in my collection now that I've finished that Charlotte Tilbury one, so I do really need to get working on it because I don't want it to go off. I haven't seen this because I went into Boots and Superdrug on the weekend. I haven't seen this in the shop, so I really hope that this is still available. I'll have to check. But yeah, I want to finish this and I just want to be able to get some use on it. It adds such a beautiful glow to the skin. I usually just use this like if I'm going on a night out or going to a party or something. I will just use this because I know that this works every time with one of my favourite foundations. So I want to finish this. I don't know where I'm at. What I'm going to have to do is let it settle and then I will mark where I'm going to be starting so then we could just see the progress throughout. But I've had this a while, I've used it a lot, so I think I might be maybe about here maybe. Who knows, I'm just guessing. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to using this more. So the next product I'm going to be bringing in is this, and this is my Rimmel Lasting Radiance Concealer. So I have been working on this outside of any projects because this is my oldest concealer and I really wanted to try and get some use on it before I did put it in any project. I'm gonna, like I said, everything that I'm going to be bringing in is to finish. This may take me a while. It did have some windowing, but it doesn't anymore. When I do that, you can see, I think that's where it's at. I'm not going to take the stopper out yet. I did think I needed to take the stopper out of this when I last used it, but I do think there's still enough product coming out that I don't have to yet. However, I do think potentially in the next month I may have to. I'd really love to get this done. I love the foundation. I don't love this because this is, I think, the lightest shade, which is 010 Ivory. In my foundation, I have light porcelain. So this one's just a tad bit darker than the foundation. So it's okay for spot concealing and stuff, but it's not, I wouldn't necessarily say it's great for brightening the under eye. I do still use it on the under eye, but it doesn't brighten. But I need to challenge myself a little bit. I can't just keep putting in potentially easy products. I do want a little bit of a challenge, and this one definitely will be. The next product I'm going to be bringing in is this setting spray. This is the St. Lux setting spray. I've not heard of this brand before. I got this in a glossy box. It smells a little bit like Bailey's. Yeah, it smells a little bit like Bailey's. I don't like Bailey's, but that's the scent that I get as soon as I smell this. I haven't tried it. I don't know what the spray is like. Shall we try it and see? Oh, that's a little bit strong. Okay, well, it feels nice. However, that scent, very strong. So if you don't like anything that's really heavily fragranced, I'd stay away from this. So we'll just see how I'll get on with this, and we'll mark it and we'll just monitor the progress. I think this might be, it's hard to say really until I use it, and then we'll see next update, but I'm thinking maybe 3 or 4 months and hopefully this will be done. And then last but no means least, like I said earlier, I was going to be bringing in a lipstick, and the lipstick I'm going to be bringing in is this one. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro in Petal. So I have previously had this in a project, and I did say, was it my project 10 uses? I think it might have been. And I did say that I'd be bringing this into another project to finish. So this is how much I have. So I don't have a huge amount left. This is just a little mini, but I think this is just going to look so pretty, isn't it, with this lip liner? I think it's going to go well, so that means I can get some more use on this and also try and finish this. I don't think I finished the lipstick yet this year, so it'd be really good if I could get this out. Even if it's just a mini, it's still a lipstick, and it's still one less lipstick in my inventory, so that's what counts at the end of the day. So that is it. That is my 6th update for my 22 in 2022. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and it means the absolute world to me if you could subscribe if you don't already. And until my next video, thank you for coming by. See you later.